For those who don't know, Fiverr is a well-known website where people can sell their services for $5 each. Now, $5 may not sound like much, but not all services are sold for only $5. Most of the time, people sell the bare minimum for that price. Sellers can charge any price they want for their services, which are called gigs. However, most gigs will cost between $5 and $100. First point, how I got started. When I first heard of Fiverr, I was skeptical. The thought of making money online seemed so foreign to me. I heard of people selling physical products on platforms such as eBay or Amazon, but those places require you to actually have products to sell. Never mind the huge investment cost and time required to get set up and running. To think an average person could actually earn money selling services to clients located around the world with little to no upfront costs seemed far-fetched. On top of that, people would only sell their hard-earned work for a minuscule $5, so was my thought process at the time. I still decided to give Fiverr a try as a personal experiment to see if I could earn a few dollars. Before signing up on Fiverr, the first thing I did was spend some time looking at all the top-selling services being offered by others in my area of expertise. I needed to know the type of competition I would be up against. I made sure to look at the top gigs in the categories I wanted to sell and to see what kind of work was being offered and how the prices were broken down. This helped me figure out what people want, because there wouldn't be much point in offering a service that people don't want, right? Setting up an account was pretty easy. All you needed at first was a Google, Facebook, or email account that was still active. Once you've signed up, you'll get an email telling you to activate your account. Pretty simple stuff. Once your account is active, all you need is an active gig to offer your services to the world. The process of making one isn't hard, and Fiverr does a good job of showing you step by step how to set up your chosen gig. Second point, the anxious wait for the first sale. With an active account and a completed gig, I thought to myself, all I had to do was sit back and wait for the orders to start rolling in. Once my gig went live, a few days went by with no orders. Maybe the account needs time to appear and get indexed in the search algorithm, I would tell myself anxiously, but after a week of no sales, a bit of self-doubt started to creep in. I started to think maybe my gig wasn't good enough, or I might have done something wrong. Instead of giving up, I decided to visit the dedicated Fiverr forums to see if any new sellers were having similar problems. Fiverr forums are a great untapped resource for new sellers. I'm sure any possible question any new seller might have has already been asked and answered by other forum members. It's a place I highly recommend new sellers visit frequently. Not only is it a great source of information, but also a great place to discover new methods and ideas you might not have thought of. I discovered getting orders, especially for new sellers, is incredibly difficult, even if you create the perfect gig. Getting seen by a prospective client isn't a quick process due to the sheer number of new gigs being created daily, especially in popular categories. All new gigs will appear in the New section initially, and then after a while will get pushed down to the bottom of the search results page, a place most buyers will hardly ever go. This is why correctly naming your gig matters, as that can help when customers type what they are looking for in the Fiverr search bar. I found one way of getting orders quickly is to have an active social media account outside of Fiverr. So people with a good number of followers on Instagram, Twitter, Pinterest, and Facebook can promote their gigs. This, in essence, means your social media account acts as a pool of loyal potential clients. The problem with building a popular social media account is that it takes a lot of time and not everyone feels comfortable targeting their friends list on places like Facebook. Being a person who is not active on social media meant I needed to find another way to get my gigs noticed. Third point, gig requests are your best friend. The most effective way I found for new sellers to get orders quickly was using a special feature provided by Fiverr called Gig Request. This is a section where customers can send out custom requests for various tasks they might not necessarily find using the traditional search method. Using the gig request allows individuals to sell directly to customers. Considering how lowly ranked new sellers are initially, it's the only way new freelancers can put themselves in front of a customer immediately without resorting to outside social media platforms. The gig request gives you 10 slots each day to answer customer requests. I made sure to use all of my slots to send unique, custom-tailored responses to all of the customer requests that fit my gig, and I got my first order within 24 hours. I still remember that first sale like it was yesterday. After almost 2 weeks of trying, I finally got my first client, which made me happy, but I knew the hard work was just getting started. Before I could start getting good reviews, I had to do good work and turn it in on time. Even though I already had an active order, I kept posting in the customer request section because I wanted more orders. I soon learned that sending offers to clients with only one gig might not be the best way to go. Each gig can only fit into one group. Depending on the category you are selling in, you may not always be able to send 10 offers because there are only so many buyer requests posted each day. Also, the number of offers sent and the number of responses vary from day to day. You could send out all 10 offers and not get a single reply, or you could send out 10 more offers another day and get 3 or 5 replies. Having more gigs just gives me more exposure, which makes it easier for me to use up all 10 of my daily gig offers. I made 3 more gigs, so I now have a total of 4 gigs. All of them work in design, but they all do different kinds of design work. I finally started getting clients on a semi-regular basis, and some of them even came back. Fourth point, reviews are the key to success. One positive review turned to 3, and that turned to 7 and so on. At this point, all my clients were still from the gig request section. 4 weeks and at around 10 completed orders, I got promoted to level 1. All Fiverr sellers are rated at different levels, from basic seller, level 1, level 2, and up to top-rated seller. Each level has advantages with more benefits as you continue to level up. After reaching level 1, I started to notice an uptick in customers buying directly from my gigs that are not from the customer request section. Now, keep in mind that my orders from the Fiverr search engine are not all a direct result of my new rank, though ranks are a part of the equation. As I completed orders and clients left 5-star reviews, my gigs were slowly being ranked up to the top of the search result. This meant as customers searched for gigs, I was more likely to get noticed, as long as their search matched with what they were looking for. Being on page 5 of the search is a lot better than being on page 25. Getting organic orders from search results did make me stop using the buyer's request section. I still used it, but a bit less, as more orders started coming in naturally. Fiverr rewards consistency and commitment. A steady account that gets regular orders with good reviews ranks well. After around 2 months, I had completed 50 orders and already broke the $1,000 barrier working just a couple of hours per day. It is also around the same time I got promoted again, to level 2. This new level allowed me to start offering more gig extras, meaning my customer could order multiples of the same gig. I also increased the price of my gigs. I felt no need to undercut similar top-selling gigs in order to attract customers. I had accumulated enough past work samples in my portfolio and positive reviews that gave clients a good idea of what to expect when they ordered from me. My journey from $0 to $1,000 on Fiverr is just one way I managed to make Fiverr work for me in the graphics and design categories. I do believe this method can work for most, if not all, the categories on Fiverr. In real life, there is no one singular way to find success, and the same holds true for earning money on Fiverr. With that said, there are some behaviors one can implement that will lead to success universally, such as not giving up and being consistent in striving for success. Practical methods that worked for me: 1. Making sure my gigs had good grammar and clear descriptions of the services I'm offering. 2. Having attractive and eye-catching gig pictures is something that's important in the art and design categories. Clients want to see what they will get for their money. 3. Over-delivering and producing the best quality work, even if it's only for $5, helps with getting good feedback. Fiverr isn't just a freelance platform, it's also a great place to build business relationships. 4. Repeat customers are the bread and butter of freelancing, and that's where a lot of income will come from. So building a good relationship with any client, new or old, is extremely important if one wants to last for the long haul on Fiverr. If I could only give one piece of advice to someone who wants to try selling on Fiverr or any other freelance platform, it would be to start. If you never start, you'll never get anywhere. After you take those first few steps, the rest will fall into place. Have you ever sold something on Fiverr? How have things been for you? Please tell us what you think in the comments.